when you shop for summer clothes. Think pink, pink, pink if you want that kelp that shows. Red is dead, blue is through, green's obscene, brown's taboo, and there is not the slightest excuse for plum abuse or chartreuse. Think pink.
G'day gorgeous. So I was reminded this week about judgment, and when we find that we tend to want to judge other people, and talking about why is it that we actually want to judge others and kind of look at what other people are doing and feel the need to put them down or put them in their place or make a judgment about something that they're doing. And the main reason that we do it is actually to feel better about ourselves. So I often talk about when you notice that you actually spend quite a bit of time like critiquing other people and kind of picking at certain things about how other people behave or how they dress or what sort of car they drive or anything really about another person's life, and you look at that and you find that you spend quite a bit of time kind of going, gee, I wonder why they do that. I mean, you know, who would do that? I wouldn't do that. Most of the reason that we do it is because we are trying to make ourselves feel better about, you know, just within ourselves. So a good example I often like to use is that we need to use judgment in terms of working out what we want for ourselves. You can't move forward in life, you can't goal direct or work out where you want to get to in your life without some level of judgment, because you're trying to decide what's good for you and how you're going to get there and what is it really that you want for yourself. That's a different type of judgment to when you're actually comparing yourself to another person and trying to elevate yourself above them. And the second type, in most cases, is not actually useful. One of the things that's important to understand about that is that when we are judging other people, we're doing it because there's something usually about that person that's making us feel insecure or inadequate or triggering something within our own negative belief system. So the way that we make ourselves feel better is by looking at that person and denigrating what it is that they're doing in order to elevate ourselves above them. But it's actually just a false thing that we do, and it's not really helpful. And actually in lots of ways it puts out lots of negative energy into, you know, the space between you and them. And it actually is almost about you trying to get those negative feelings from that you have about yourself out or externalize them onto somebody else so that you don't have to feel them, instead of taking that as an opportunity to go, wow, I wonder what it is about that person that makes me feel not good or inadequate, or what is it that they're triggering within me, because there's something about them that I'm feeling threatened or I feel inadequate by comparison in some way. Okay, so I want you to think about it next time that you actually see somebody or observe somebody, even in your own workplace or some other area of your life, or just a random stranger in the street, and you feel the need to pass judgment about what they're doing. I want you to stop and actually think, what is it about that person that makes me feel not so good about me? And then I want you to examine that and actually take a little bit of time to understand it. And if it's something that's been with you for a really long time, then I would absolutely encourage you to try and get some therapy around that issue and try and resolve it for yourself. It's so much nicer and so much more enjoyable to spend your life hanging around with some great people without feeling that the need to judge them and without being affected by anybody else's judgment of you. Because if you stop and think about the process I just explained in reverse, if people are judging you, they're doing it to make themselves feel better. They're not doing it because there's really anything negative about you. And often we kind of feel the judgment of others and we take that really keenly and we think that there's something wrong with us. And in fact, there's usually nothing wrong with you at all. And their judgment of you is not really fair. Their judgment of you is based on their own feelings of inadequacy. Okay? So, I hope that helped. All right? Have a great week, and I'll see you soon.
Pink for cheeks and pink at your lips. Pink for shirts and all of your slips. Just a touch of pink at your knees. And if you please,
What?
pink chemise.